What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling. Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to this week's AEW Dynamite recap show. Appreciate everybody tuning in. This week's AEW Dynamite is more build up to Full Gear that's coming up in a few weeks. But before I get anything like that, let's do the usual thing here. If you dig the video, click on that like button. Also, leave a comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this week's Dynamite, and if you're looking forward to Full Gear coming up in, like I said, a few weeks, 3 weeks, something like that, or just be friendly, say hello. That's always cool as well. Also, if you enjoyed this, hearing a normal guy, a non-insider, talk about the sport of professional wrestling, help your boy out, be a champ, click on that subscribe button. Don't forget about that notification bell. That way you'll know when I have new content available to watch. Now, with all that being said, let's go. This week's Dynamite took place at the Burt Ogden Arena. I about messed up again. Burt Ogden Arena in Edinburgh, Texas. Never been. I actually don't think I've ever been to Texas. If I ever been to Texas, I was a baby. So that's with that. But like I said, build up to Full Gear. We got couple matches, new matches signed up for that event. So like I said, let's get to it. First match of the night. It was a tornado match. Anything goes, except for the pinfalls got to occur, or the pinfalls submissions inside the ring. It was Death Riders, Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta taking on Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy. Decent little throw down. They started throwing down as soon as everybody got to the ring, even before the bell. A diving DDT by Cassidy, followed by a coffin drop. Got a 3.25 count. Yeah, Daniel Garcia was a little late for the save. Hey, we're going to give Miss Aja Smith a little hell about she not or following up on a 3 count, or telling or talking about Nia Jax being a little lazy. Gotta give Wheeler to Yuta a little bit of heat too. Same thing I said about Aja. Ref, you gotta make that 3rd count. It's not your fault they can't they get lost and don't get their shoulder up or anything like that, or realize somebody ain't there to save them. Not your fault. But anyway, after all that, Cassidy took out Garcia. Allen got Wheeler Yuta to tap out to the Scorpion Deathlight, wins it for the team of Orange Cassidy and Darby Allin. Next up, we got a 4-way tag team match. It is the Young Bucks, which they got a little help this week from Don Callis. He flipped the bill for their intro this week and actually did the intro himself, the voice intro for the Young Bucks. They took on FTR, Jet Speed, and Jurassic Express. Of course, this was to decide who was going to be the number one contenders for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, who will get a shot at Full Gear coming up. Draxic shared the shine with the Jet Speed for a little bit, a little nod of respect from them, but after that, all four teams kind of went at it. Dax superplexed Knight to the other teams outside on the floor. Looked like maybe Knight kind of hurt his knee a little bit, but he was able to continue the match. I guess just a little bump on there. He seemed to be running pretty normal. We got a super kick party by the Bucks, taking everyone out. BTE trigger on Kevin Knight. 1, 2, and Knight just kicks out. Survives that one, but he did not survive the shatter machine after he missed a frog splash from the top rope by FTR. So it'll be FTR facing Brody King and Bandito for the AEW tag team titles coming up at Full Gear. Go ahead and make that bold prediction there. Maybe we'll see the return of Copeland and Christian Cage on that one. They might cost FTR those tag team belts. What do you folks think? Leave it in the comments. After that, we got this segment featuring the Don Callis Family Summit. Kind of a waste here, in my opinion. But anyway, everyone was there. But Takeshita, Romero showed a painting. Alexander and Fletcher said their piece. Then Takeshita did wind up showing up. Got face to face with Okada. Callis losing shit. They said, "Look, we are a team. We are a family of alphas. So shake hands and get it over with." Takeshita extended his hand for the handshake, but Okada would return by flipping him off. After that, the rest of the family got up and kept them separate. Again, Don Callis kind of loses his cool a lot and said, "Look, you guys going to have to work together like a family. So you guys will be tag team partners come this Saturday's Collision." After that, we got a match. It was a rematch from last week where John Moxley didn't want to tap out, so he leveled the referee. Like I said, it's a rematch from that. Of course, it was Kyle O'Reilly versus John Moxley. Pretty good one here. Good exchange of submission holds. Moxley would take over after a pile driver, then rolled in a couple of submissions. Kyle would come back. Match ended in a double count out. Yes, they started fighting outside. O'Reilly locked Moxley in a guillotine choke on the outside, causing a count out. Kyle O'Reilly got back in the ring, trying to say, "Hey, let's continue this match. I don't want to end it in no double count out." That's when Maria Shriver wound up coming in and knocking out referee Aubrey Edwards. The Riders attacked Kyle until Roger Strong came in, but the number game was a little too much for him. That's when the conglomeration came out. They got on the mic and said, "Hey, we got a challenge for you guys. How about blood and guts?" So looks like that's I think 2 more weeks. They're gonna have their version of the World Games called Blood and Guts. Sorry, I don't have no visuals for this next thing, but a brawl broke out between Mercedes Moné and Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander was about to get the advantage when Athena came out to help Mercedes Moné. Of course, Moné and Athena are going to be in a tag team championship tournament to determine the women's AEW tag team champions. They kind of put a little bit of whooping on Chris Statlander till Willow Nightingale and Holly Cameron came out to save her. Speaking of the tournament, we got some first round action here that's pertaining to that tournament for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Championship. It is the Sisters of Sin, Julia Hart and Sky Blue, taking on Queen Aminata and Jamie Hayter. Wasn't a bad match, but like I said, they don't move as fluidly and as used to each other as. I think that's about the only excuse I can give them, because I've seen Queen had some good stuff Hater, she has good stuff. Blue Sky's pretty good. Julia Hart, still a lot to learn on her part. But anyway, they Queen and Jamie was pretty much dominating Sky Blue till a blind tag and some double team. The sisters would get the advantage on Jamie Hayter, hot tag to Queen. Tekla would come out, take out Hayter. Excuse me. Double team Magic Killer on Queen Amanana 1, 2, 3, and the winners. And moving on in the tournament is the Sisters of Pain. Again, speaking about that tournament, last week they had a 4-way to determine, hey, whoever wins gets to pick their opponents. Unfortunately, the winner of that match was Amanana and Jamie Hayter. They picked the Sisters of Sin, and it kind of backfired on them this week. But there was a suicide dive and a moonsault performed by Megan Bain and Penelope Ford. And I noticed last week, looked like Penelope Ford did get the worst end of that match. Turns out she did injure her UCL, I do believe. Separated that, if I remember correctly. So she's out of the tournament. Now Megan Bain's going to have a different partner. And it looks like Maria Shriver is the one going to be taking up the role as Megan Bain's partner in the tournament. That should be a interesting tag team, no doubt. Main event of the night is a fatal 4-way for the to determine who's going to face Adam Page at Full Gear for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. It was Samoa Joe versus Ricochet versus Hook versus Bobby Lashley. Some decent stuff here. Finally got to see the big guys face to face, talking about Samoa Joe and Bobby Lashley. They, didn't do too much, but probably save it for later. Hook promised that he would prevent Samoa Joe from winning that championship, but it was Hook who tapped out to the Samoa Joe's rear naked choke. They decided to do a contract signing there, and of course you can tell it's set something else. And of course, once they, after Samoa Joe signed it, said his piece, you heard Tony Schiavone, but that obviously was not Tony Schiavone in the Phantom Mask. I forgot which. I know it's one of Halloween Havocs he wore that, but I can't remember right now. But anyway, was it 93, 94 maybe? Like I said, can't remember. But anyway, wound up being Adam Page in that outfit. Took out the other two ops, Powerhouse Hobbs and Shibata. Hit the buckshot lariat on Samoa Joe and was the one left standing, leaving, I guess, everybody home happy. But talking about that match, the main event match, seemed like a lot of those people were it was kind of split. A lot of people wanted Bobby Lashley, and a lot of people was rooting for Samoa Joe. So yes, we got Full Gear almost set up here. You got the AEW women's match, Mercedes Moné taking on Chris Statlander. You got now Samoa Joe taking on Adam Page, and FTR taking on Brody King and Bandito for the AEW World Tag Team Championship. Like I said, I'm already going to have to predict that one. It almost looks like maybe Edge Adam Copeland or Cope and Christian Cage could be coming out and spoiling that little party there. Hey, that does it for this week's AEW Dynamite recap. Hope you folks enjoyed it. You folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.